My name is Matheus Silva Rocha. I am 21 years old and I'm from Natal, Rio Grande do Norte. I'm studying at the University of Ottawa in Canada.
My name is Henrique Falcão and I'm from Belém, Brazil. And for those who don't know where is it, Belém is on the very north of Brazil. I study environmental engineering and I'm here in Ottawa, study at the University of Ottawa.
My name is Julia. I live in Rio, but I study in Viçosa. I'm 22 years old and I study in the University of Ottawa in Canada.
I came to Canada last September and I took an English course before my undergrad courses. The English classes helped me a lot, especially because the way that we write Portuguese is really different from the English writing. So I thought I was able to write in English, but I wasn't. And I really liked the English classes. And the English classes gave me the opportunity to get along with a lot of people from a lot of different countries. So I really liked it.
When I arrived in Canada, I had English classes, but not the specific only English class that some people have when they arrive here. I just had an English course. It was workshop in essay writing, and but I also had my music classes. It helped a lot because as it was focused on writing, and I had to write some essays here in my other course. It helped me a lot in developing the way of writing in English because I was not used to that.
I'm studying biology. I think the classes here are very different from Brazil, but not in a bad way, because here we have to study more alone than in Brazil, and I think we learn more that way. So in Brazil, the professor always gives us stuff to study and everything, but here they don't, so they just assume that we are looking for it just to study.
My classes here in Canada are completely different from my Brazilian ones. Here in Canada we have to go to the classes, go to the lectures, and the professor would say what to study, and you have to go to the library by yourself and study more, because he doesn't want you to know the things that he taught in the class, the lecture. What the professors here want you to know is what there is inside books, inside the library. So here in Canada we have to go to the library, we have to find a way to find more stuff, find more information and study more. And in Brazil you go to classes and the lecture is pretty much what you have to know.
I was not very surprised because at least the music department here is very similar to the one we have in Brazil, at least in my university, with some exceptions that they have more pianos, for example, and actually less teachers. I think that's really interesting, but it's not that different, at least my department.
Before coming to Canada, I knew a little bit about the country because I always dreamed about coming here. So I knew more stuff than only the weather, and that's people are very gentle, and that really surprised me because I don't know, I knew they would be like that, but they were more like that. They were so everything they say sorry, and it's really funny, and now I do that. And that really surprised me. They're really kind and gentle.
Before coming to Canada, the only thing I knew about the country was that famous landscape of a lake with rocky mountains and I don't know, some snow and maybe a polar bear walking around. And then I got to Ottawa and I noticed that here there's nothing about that. And the fact that they have more people from outside Canada living in Canada is really good. I mean, it's amazing. You can get along with a lot of people from different countries, and I didn't know anything about that. Besides the multicultural, I think the food surprised me a lot. Before coming here, I didn't know that food would be a problem. And I got here and I saw the food and oh my god, why I'm living here in a place where people have sandwiches for lunch. or even only carrots. But I mean, it's not a problem, it's just a matter of time to get used to it. But it was something that really surprised me.
It's my biggest problem here in Canada, this food part, because food in Brazil is very different, the food habits we have there. For example, the lunch, people don't really have lunch here the same way as we have there. They just eat a sandwich or maybe a hot dog, something really quick to go back to work. And in Brazil we have our time to have lunch. It's like 2 hours you have, and we eat a lot of different things there. So I was not very used to this system.
I study French in Brazil, and when I arrived here I keep studying French in the courses from the university. But I hadn't had a chance to practice a lot because I'm shy. But if I wanted, I could, because all the places like hi, bonjour, and you can start in French or in English, whatever you want. I think it's really nice. Sometimes it's confusing because you receive emails and you're anxious to read what it is in the mail, and the French come first. It's like whatever. You just want to just read whatever they saying. But I think it's interesting. It's really interesting to live in a bilingual city.
Living in a bilingual city is really funny. I mean, you go to places and people say hi, bonjour, and you instantly say bonjour, and then the other person will start to speak in French. Oh my god, okay, I don't speak French, I was trying just to be polite. But it's really interesting to see how they handle it, how they can deal with the fact that they have two different cultures living together in the same city. And it's sometimes really beautiful to see how they really care about the French people and about the French culture.
While living in Ottawa as a bilingual city, it's pretty awesome, because I didn't used to like French a lot before I came here, because I didn't know it at all. So when I came here, I was talking in English, but sometimes people, even in the class, students talked with the professor in English and he answered in French, or the contrary. And I was, how they're speaking two languages at the same time, communicating. And I found out that it's like they're having a new way of expressing themselves, not only one, as we have only one language. They don't know how to say it in one language, they can just say it in another one.
Well, my internship is in a lab, a microbiology lab, and it's really good. I like it a lot. And it was with a professor that even before I came to Canada, I had already looked in his website. I want to work there. So it was awesome when I was able to get the spot on his lab. I'm really liking it.
My internship is really good here. I mean, I used to work with water, and here I'm working with wastewater. It's like the opposite. And I can see a lot of different things that we Brazilians have from Canadian people. At the same time, I can see how we have the same way of work. I mean, the difference between the lab that I work in here and the lab that I used to work in Brazil is just the money. Because the willing of studying, the willing of discovering new things, it's the same. The way we work together, the way we get along with each other in the lab is the same. So we are different people with the same way of working. And it's really good to see how we look like. My internship will be very useful when I'm back to Brazil. I mean, I will apply for a master and I will say, hey, I've worked in Canada, so I have some experience in an international lab, and I have some experience with the people that are treating wastewater from the country that has the best wastewater treatment.
I think that Science Without Borders is a greater opportunity than most of people think of. Because we have a whole year in another country, getting to know a lot of different cultures and a lot of new people and interesting people that will probably help us a lot, not only now but also in the future.